And also, I'm hoping to post at least once a week. Once a week. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something that I haven't done in a long time, which is portraits. So let's get into it.
Oh!
Hey everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today's video is going to be centered around portrait drawings. But you may be asking, portraits of who? Is it going to be a self-portrait? Is it going to be a portrait of family members? Well, it's going to be a portrait of celebrities, but here's the catch. I wasn't going to draw normal portraits of celebrities, if that makes sense. The twist is that I'm going to draw them as if they were from different time periods. Let me elaborate. So when I was home a couple of weeks ago, I went to my uncle's house and he had a picture of himself dressed as a pirate. You know, all in the hat with a little bit of hair popping out in the back. But anyways, he even had like all of the gear on that a pirate would have. So that gave me the idea of drawing portraits of people from different time periods. So today I'm going to challenge myself with the task of drawing one male celebrity and one female celebrity. Mind you that I have not drawn a female portrait ever before. So I'm really looking forward to this video. So the celebrities that I'm going to be drawing is Brad Pitt and J-Lo. Brad Pitt, however, his portrait will be set in the 1800s, and J-Lo's portrait will be set in the 1940s. So yeah, we're gonna have to take things like hairstyles and clothing and accessories of any sort into consideration, which will, I think, add to the realism of the portrait and the overall aesthetic of how it's going to look in the end. We're going to be drawing Brad Pitt first, because I've only drawn males as far as portraits before, so we'll save the challenge for last. So yeah, let's get right into it. So as I said before, I haven't drawn a realistic portrait of someone since the 8th grade. I'm a very indecisive creator when it comes to portraits, because for like example here, I'll start by creating the outline of the face, or another time I'll start with the eyes. It's really never constant with me, just because, I don't know, it's just how I function as an artist. Alright, first major part of this drawing, the ear. These were always easy for me to draw, so shouldn't be too difficult for me to get all the detail out of the way. We should be good. So now what I'll do is take my pencil and blender and start making the base foundation of what everything on the face will fall on. The wrinkles, the shadows, of course the eyes, nose, and mouth. The forehead seemed like the easiest thing to start with, so I added the shadow of the forehead bone and the hair, then the wrinkles, and then added some more detail regarding the area between the eyebrows. Then I moved on to the first eyebrow, which was actually pretty difficult to draw in a realistic way without making them look like these creatures. Oh my gosh, I'm starting on the eye now. I don't remember what to do or how to do anything. Do I start on the shape or the pupil, the shading? Should I have not erased? Let's hope I don't make this difficult in the beginning. I actually think I did a decent job on the eye. Not too terribly bad. I thought it would be much worse. But I managed to take the shading, the pupil placement, eye wrinkles, and lining into thought, and yeah, we're on to the nose. The nose posed a bit of an early challenge for me. There was a lot going on with this part in the drawing. First of all, I had to draw the nose like I was looking up towards the subject. In other words, I had to draw his nose like I was looking up inside it. And because of that, the nostrils were huge, the lighting was different, and the shape was different. And it took a while to finally get it in a good looking position for me to actually move on. Okay, I think that's pretty good for the nose. I think we can make some changes later on when we see what it looks like with the rest of the face. Oh, hold on. Okay, I think that looks a little better. I tweaked with the right nostril a little bit. Hopefully that does something to improve it, but we're still not done. Starting on the second eye, man, this used to be my greatest weakness. I could never get the second eye looking the same as the first. Let's hope that that can change today.
Again, I surprised myself with the eye. It took a couple of attempts, but I think I got it down pretty fast, considering it would always take me forever to complete a correct second eye. Again, I had to draw all the details around the eye to make it really pop and to make the subject have its own identity. Wrinkles, shadows, highlights, and all are really important when creating a portrait. Lips are another thing that I haven't completely conquered yet. While I admit that I have progressed with lips, there's always going to be room for improvements, and let this be an example for that. These lips were not looking like Brad Pitt's lips at all. The face didn't match up.
Guys, this is not looking good.
Oh no!
It looks like Brad Pitt's had surgery done on his whole face or something. The proportions are off, and I think it's good if we start it all over.
So there was a problem. All of the video of me completing Brad Pitt number 2's face got lost while importing files. And I gotta say, that is a lot of footage. I completed the eyes, mouth, nose, and his head, but all of that is gone. But anyways, I chose a better angle looking at the subject straight on so there were no mistakes on his face, not even the second eye, surprisingly.
I'm excited about this part because it's the first sign of our subject's time era. The monocle, which is what it is, should be a dead giveaway that this guy was part of the Industrial Revolution or whatever else guys did back then. Hair time. This is my first time drawing hair in a long time. Even though there were many hairstyles back then, I have one in mind.
So to fill in big chunks of hair, I will usually start by filling in the areas of dark color where there's no light. Then what I'll do next is fill in the middle ground where there is some light exposing that area. Next, I'll blend them together. And finally, to add the finishing touch, I will scribble in some lines for the illusion of hair.
We're now moving on to the bottom of the portrait, and we're starting with the neck. I'm going to add a gradient effect, sort of, to make it look like he's turned to the side a bit. Finishing with the clothing, this will bring the picture and its aesthetic together and finish the portrait off.
The finishing touch was to add a bit of a background. Doing my research on 1800s portraits, I saw that a lot had flat color backgrounds with the edges fading out, so that's what I tried to imitate here. So here's the finished product.
We're done, finally. I think it came out pretty good. I gotta say I'm satisfied with this, and it matches up with what I had in mind. The color, the monocle, the hair, and the clothing, I hope made it obvious to tell when this Brad Pitt was from. But now we move on to J-Lo.